football. We have guests in here today. We have news on news. A busy, busy day. It's Monday. That's what happens on Mondays, right?
That's right.
You know it. So, of course, we're going to welcome in Ian Rappaport, our insider. And Ian, we talked to you a little bit earlier in the show, but as Kim Jones first reported, Giants receiver Odell Beckham Jr., he will be at the team's facility today. We heard Pat Shurmur confirm that he is there. So what does this mean for contract negotiations between the two sides?
Yeah, Colleen, and it wasn't just Pat Shurmur confirming he was there. It was Shurmur speaking glowingly about Odell, saying that he believes he wants to be great and saying that his presence helps inspire some of the other players. Obviously, some really positive words from the new head coach of the Giants, who met with reporters about an hour before he actually even met with the team today. But this seems like, especially when you consider Shurmur throwing sort of a bouquet to Odell Beckham, it seems like things have thawed a little bit. We had a couple weeks ago in Orlando, the very public potential trade talks. We had the Rams' interest, a couple other teams I know called the Giants potentially searching. Could they actually trade for Odell? Now that's calmed a little bit. The fact that he showed up, maybe he's not going to be on the field yet, especially without a contract extension, but the fact that he showed up kind of minimized the controversy, unlike last year. It's all a very good sign. So he's going to get in the building today. He'll talk to the Giants brass. Teammates will see him. However long he ends up staying at the Giants building, it is all positive toward this relationship, which certainly seems at this point is headed toward being long-term.
Yeah, so this is a nice step in the right direction. It seems like things are kind of going smoothly now. Now, of course, the Giants, they are sandwiched in between the Browns' 1st and 4th overall picks. How big will this week be for the Browns as they kind of decide who they're going to select here?
It's going to be huge. And they started off today with the local pro day, which for a lot of teams, not really a big deal, but for the Browns, they get Ohio State. So they get a lot of the really good Ohio State players into their facility, on their field, to get to work them out and really kind of get their hands on some guys in a rare opportunity for an NFL team. And then later in the week, they continued what they started actually last week, which is in-depth quarterback evaluations. The Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen, potential first overall pick, to be sure, especially with that big arm that John Dorsey loves. He comes in on Thursday, and that sort of ends the possible meetings with a guy they could take either first or forward quarterback. And then on Friday, Lamar Jackson comes in as well. Would have to be a consideration for the Browns potentially if they trade back from 4. Now, Lamar Jackson's an interesting one. I'm also told the Baltimore Ravens are going to host him on a visit, probably not this week, probably next week. In the middle of in the first round, they're kind of a sneaky team to maybe take a quarterback. I would keep an eye on that one as well.
3 weeks. We just have to wait 3 weeks about, and then we'll finally know all of the answers instead of the couldas, what could happen here, blah, blah, blah. Ian, it was great to see you, buddy. I'll see you again soon, all right? I'll see you again right here on NFL Network soon. Hey. But now we have Will Silva coming in to get us caught up with all of the news. Will, what's up? What's happening, buddy?
There's a lot, Colleen. Let's start here in Big D. The future of wide receiver Des Bryant in Dallas remains an ongoing offseason storyline. The last we heard of it, owner Jerry Jones stated his desire to meet with Bryant last week. Now, there hasn't been any reported indications that a meeting indeed took place between both sides in the desired time frame. Head coach Jason Garrett didn't even know when asked about it at the Cowboys' Taste of the NFL event. Garrett says he hasn't met with Bryant, but reiterated that he is on the football team, and moves to shore up the receiving core this offseason were designed to create competition. It's expected the Cowboys will state their desire to lower his salary cap number of $16.5 million. Sticking with the Cowboys, offensive tackle Tyron Smith says he's feeling great and is in the best shape of his life. Just what Garrett and quarterback Dak Prescott wanted to hear. Back and other ailments causing Smith to miss 3 games last season. The Lions will start voluntary workouts without one of their stars, defensive end Ziggy Ansah, who still has not signed his franchise tender. Ansah isn't expected to be at the facility Monday, according to the Detroit News. He has a family obligation in Ghana. A new Bears head coach, Matt Nagy, looking at Mitchell Trubisky like a sculptor looking at clay. He can't wait to mold him. Nagy says he's going to use everything he learned from Alex Smith in Kansas City to help Trubisky out. He also says Smith and Trubisky are both completely driven, competitive, and hate to lose. As a Philadelphia girl, Colleen, what did you make of the Trey Burton move? Obviously, it must have made you sad. You wrote about it in your diary,
I know.
right?
I know. Hero of the Philly special, Trey Burton. You know what? He's going to flourish, and I'm happy for him. And I hope
Look at you taking the high road.
I hope he doesn't ever beat the Eagles, but you know
Class.
what I mean. Go ahead. Go have fun in Chicago. You have a Super Bowl ring. That's great. Thank you.
Nice.
You met a great girl. You want her to be happy,
Yeah,
right? You know, come
I
on.
know.
Wish the best for him.
I know. It's good. It's
Maybe
nice.
one of the only Philadelphia Eagles fans to take the high road.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true. They
now
found
you're
out
going to
there's
get
a high
everybody
road.
after you. What's your Twitter,
don't like to
Reggie?
take the- they
Just
don't like to
let
take
them
the-
know.
That high road ain't called Broad Street. That's what you're saying.
Stop it. You love Philly.
Yes, I do.
All right.
More importantly, Philly loves me.
Well, the draft, it was in Philly last year. It's in Dallas this year. The NFL draft is almost here, and nobody covers it better than NFL Network. Our Hall of Famers and expert analysis go behind the scenes and into the war rooms to cover all 32 teams as they select the stars of tomorrow, the future. It's now, guys. The 2018 NFL Draft starts April 26th right here on NFL Network and on Fox. So scouts say his feet are light and electric. Iowa